I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. You guys are here to see, is it is it possible to obtain 300 wheel or more on the DE or the rev up engines? It is. It's not cheap, but it's very possible. And today I'm going to show you guys how that is done. So I'm just going to go through the websites and showing you what brands and parts you need to get to be truly true full bolt-on, not just the FBO, like quote full, like full bolt-on. So they're not in order. You don't have to get them in order. I would say the only thing with the exception, like headers and the one intake, I'm gonna say, I would say get those last, because if you don't get a tune and you drive like that, that will really do harm. Your car will run really bad, and if you just run like that for so long, that will cause your engine to go bad. So let's go. All right. So the Z1 Plenum Spacer. There's only really the good. I'd say, what am I trying to say? Quality over quantity. I know there's some parts where you don't really have to like get a good quality one, but stuff like this, quality is good. These type of the companies actually put thought and R&D, whatever, into these type of stuff. So Z1 and Motordyne are the only two brands I would recommend you guys get for Plenum Spacers. The reason I would choose Z1 over Motordyne is because Motordyne has like sizes like 5/16, half inch, and that's it. This one is actually angled, so maybe one side might be 5/16, another side might be, you know, a different size. I think they asked what was the size of this? It's angled, so they said it's 7/16 to 3/18. Basically, this Motordyne, the Motordyne one only works on mid-range power, whereas this one goes mid-range. You've seen other gains, mid-range to top-end power, and in top-end power. I'm sorry. So this one will be a way better choice. Plus, it's cheaper than the Motordyne. Motordyne is a really good brand. They make one of the best stuff. They're really good. But for Plenum Spacer, I say get this. Okay, next will be exhaust. I know, Tome, yeah, that's the first thing that came up to my head because that's what everyone gets. Single exhaust. At first, I didn't want a single exhaust. I wanted a dual exhaust, but after I got a single exhaust, it just took my heart. So, single exhaust is the way to go. If you want dual exhaust, I would say get a Motordyne. Yeah, so this is the Motordyne Shockwave exhaust. Sorry. But look at this price. So if you're really trying to do a budget, this may not be for you, but it sounds so good. Like it's just truly, it sounds so good. The only problem that I have about this is the weight. It's heavier than the actual stock exhaust. So if you're a person that's actually looking for weight, then this might not be for you. It sounds good, but the weight is what made me not get this. The Tome, on the other hand, is very light. It's like 12 pounds. But the only thing I don't like about this one, like this one is extremely loud. If not, this is probably the loudest exhaust you've ever hear for a 350Z or G35. So if you want weight but don't want loudness, there is one more exhaust I would recommend. This exhaust. I actually bought this exhaust. ISR Series 2 Titanium. I bought this. I got it like 3 weeks ago. I haven't installed it yet. I can't wait to. This one is actually stronger than the Tome, and and it's lighter than the Tome, which is crazy. This weighs 8 pounds. From what I'm hearing, it's deeper than the Tome. It's not as loud, but it sounds so good. And look how straight it is. Like, let's see, it's really straight from the pipings. This is really good. I would recommend this. Also, I mean, you don't have to also get, I mean, these type of ones, even though the price is so high. So I would recommend, yes, so I will also recommend this exhaust too. The ISR exhaust is it's really good. And this is a good price. They have this one, the Megan Racing. Megan Racing, doesn't sound that good once you add test pipes and stuff, but this one's really good. One thing I know is if you're a stock exhaust, this is going to be might be a little too quiet for you, but do not, I repeat, do not cut those resonators off. It will just sound buzzy and raspy, and you will not like it. So I just say keep this the way it is and get test pipes or whatnot, or long tube headers, and it will sound good. So yeah, that's it for catback. Now for the next will be headers. This is for budget guys. This is what I'm trying to get next, or soon actually. Want to get ISR long tube headers. HGC stands for high ground clearance, so they stay up high up. They won't be low. This is pretty good. Sounds good. Headers actually do get you gains, not big gains, but it counts. Every horsepower counts when you're trying to get that 300 wheel. So I would recommend this if you're on a budget. Any long tube headers will work. I would just want to go with a quality brand like ISR. If budget isn't a problem, I'll say PPE long tubes. Those are good. All right. So next would be a throttle body kit. So our stock throttle bodies for DEs and rev ups are 70 millimeters. And just getting this 75 millimeter throttle body kit does a big difference, especially when you have an aftermarket intake. It does really good. It does wonders. So this is it. It's $355. Sometimes they go on sale, so if you find other places, get them. They're really good. When you buy these though, try not to open the valve. Just try it. I know it might be tempting, but just try not to. Just buy it and install it, because you might have to do an idle reline and whatnot. So yeah, that's that. All right, next will be intakes. So for you 350Z guys, admin intakes are the best intakes, period, for VQ engines, period. Like I know for sure. Like even from his videos he has on YouTube, they do wonders. He has graphs and whatnot that you can look at. Let's see, these intakes get you a lot of torque gains. But like I was saying, for the 350Z guys, getting this intake, you can actually get a cold air that goes past this, and it will just be relocated right here, so you can get cold air where that, like, you get that hole where air goes in. But for the G35 guys, we'll have to just stick with this for now. But people recommending that you get like a heat shield or whatnot, to because want hot air to suck in. But what I would recommend that you guys do, if you want to go the extra step, is to try to get a different filter, because this one doesn't have a velocity stack in it. So if you can, try to find a velocity stack intake filter and whatnot to fit in this, just to get that extra power, because the goal is to try to hit 300. So just try and get that. That would do. So next would be a ported intake manifold. Now Motordyne makes the MREV2, but that's really for the rev up engines. The MREV2 is basically just a DE intake manifold, but they just did a little porting, But Shift Tech Performance, I've been checking with these guys. They do a great job. Basically, they take the MREV2 manifold, and they do extra work. As you can see here, they poured everything. They even like remove this. You don't need them anymore. It's really good. They have a V2 version of this as well, where they'll port to match the NWP 75 millimeter throttle body. So if you email them, they can port it to match that, and it'll be big gains. They have a graph as well, just showing it. They got 16 wheel on the DE, and then they seen 22 on the rev up. But if you get this is without the plenum spacer. So if you get that plenum spacer, they were saying you can get over 30. Yep, 20 to 35 wheel if you paired with the plenum spacer on the rev up engines. So this is really, really good. All right, so we're here at Nonstop Tuning. This is for pulleys, lightweight pulleys. So this is where, it'll help your car to rev faster, remove the, drivetrain loss that you're getting, just so you can obtain, 300 wheel. So this is their Pulley Kit. Let's click on that. Yeah, so it's 148 to $248. Let's see, they got the crank, alternator, and water pump kit. That's the one that's $248. They show gains, just look at the benefits and whatnot from all this. I'll try to link up everything in the description below for you guys. But yeah, you can get just 7 to 10 horsepower average in torque. But remember, everything counts. All the little stuff do count. I know I've seen people who have said they didn't really gain anything from lightweight pulleys, but I believe in this company right here. So they've done really good on these. So this is what I would recommend for lightweight pulleys. All right, this is for you G35 owners. I know for every G35 they have a 2-piece drive shaft, and it sucks. It's very, very heavy, and it's laggy. Like, it has a little snappy response. It is real sluggish. So when you get this aluminum drive shaft, 1 piece, it's really strong. It'll bring that drivetrain loss down, and your car will feel really good and responsive. That helps with bringing the drivetrain loss back down and bringing the horsepower to the wheels up. So this is really good. All right, so this company is called Limo Tuning. This right here is probably what I would recommend from them. They're ported lower runners. Just getting some porting done. I would recommend this to get this, the Shift Tech manifold that I was talking about earlier, and the NWP throttle body all at the same time, or you don't have to get them at the same time, but install them all at the same time. That will just take time. That would take all the time out. You won't waste your time going back to install all that stuff. Another thing I would say is, like, if you want to get injectors, which I'm gonna show next, you can all install it all at one time, so you won't waste your why not just do it. So this is a ported runner that ported nicely for it to match the intake manifold. And yeah, they come with different paint colors and whatnot. So does Shift Tech. They come with different paint colors. If you want to leave it regular, it's fine. But yeah, you can just see how well they poured it, so it can flow well and whatnot. Yeah, I think this is really good. I don't really see a lot of people do this, but I'm planning on doing this myself. All right, next would be Y-pipe. Just like I was saying, I've noticed for the 370Zs that this is a very good combo. Going full ISR is nice. I heard going for ISR Y-pipe and ISR exhaust get you the most gains. It's just a good combo. And the power band, the power is right there. So if you guys are trying to get a Y-pipe and you really don't care about the sound, especially if you have like a quiet ISR exhaust, then this would be the way to go. I know ISR made the one for the 350Z and the G35, but I would recommend this over that because the piping diameter is much more bigger and the merge collector is much better than that one. So I would recommend you guys get this one, and the price is pretty good, $219. It's on sale right now. It might go back up, so if you guys are seeing this now, I see get it. Yeah, but I would recommend that if you're gonna get an ISR Y pipe, make sure it's the 370Z and G37 one. They're the same exact size for the 350Z and G37, and they fit, so it's no problem. So I recommend you guys get that. Now, if there's another brand called Titanium, I really love this company. I was actually planning on getting their single exhaust, which was titanium. And they use a grade 2. They only use grade 2 titaniums, or I think it's 30. I don't know their stainless steel, but I think it's 302. I don't remember what it's called. But they use that, the strongest stainless steel they can, and it works wonders. This white pipe is amazing. Um, the welds and everything they do, including this is the stainless steel too. Basically, this was made to remove the hiss, the rasp and hiss that you get when you go get test pipes or long tube headers. Like this, the VQs are raspy engines. Like they're just made that way. So this was made to help that. So if you guys don't care about pricing, this is one company I was get. The 480 is actually for stainless steel, and I think it's like 6 something for the titanium. And then the next Y pipe I would say is the Motordyne XYZ pipe. The way they make their exhaust, it didn't really have much bend. It's just flowing so nicely. The resonator is pretty big and it does its job. This is not the price of it. I think it's like 5 something. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, it's like 527. This is for 370Z, but yeah, around 530. But this does the job too. It makes your exhaust sound deeper, if that's what you're looking for. Deeper is really what everyone should be looking for. But this is nice. Yeah. So that's it for the Y pipe part. This right here is this is the Z1's performance clutch kit. Um, this is to hold the power that you're gonna make when you get tuned, and if you're crazy, like to be crazy with the clutch, this can handle all that. But the main reason we're here is for their lightweight flywheel. Like their performance lightweight flywheel helps drivetrain loss, and that gives you that more power as well, throttle response and everything. So this is their best one. It's really light, weighs 14 pounds against the 27.6 pound stock one. It's really good. Throttle response is good. You won't get that rev hang when you're shifting. It's really quick. The only problem I know people have is you're gonna hear that chattering noise when you're idling. Like it's like a little knock. It's just chatter noise. But yeah, that's the only problem. But if you don't care about that, I really strongly say get that. If you have a good clutch, you just want a flywheel, you can just get it separately. 374. Okay, so this one isn't like a power adder, but this is actually to put power to the ground. So I would recommend you guys get Z1. It doesn't have to be from Z1. I know Z1 and SPL and Whiteline are the best companies to get their bushings from. So to get these bushings so that you won't have wheel hop and all that stuff, power will actually go to the ground. And when you're going to the dyno, you don't want that to happen. So you need to have something that can just put all the power to the ground. And you will feel the difference when you have a stable, differential. Also, you can get a subframe bushing as well. I can't see it right now, but a subframe bushing, I don't know if it's the same thing. I might be tripping right now, but yeah, it might be the same thing. But yeah, just getting a subframe or a rear differential bushing does the job. A good one with polyurethane, urethane. Sorry. All right, now this right here, this is excluded from this part right now, but this right here is for the people who doesn't mind opening their engine, their head just to get more power. But if you want to really get the extra power, the cams will more than do and get you over 300. This right here, this cam right here for sure, this is like really, really aggressive, like too aggressive. And you'll hear the lobe and everything, but these are real power adders. This right here can get you to 315 and more, just depending on the tune and what other bolt-ons that you have. But I would recommend these for guys that's actually trying to get the cams. That's the price. These are for the non-rev-ups. Rev-ups have their own, but I don't think it's the C8. You guys will have to check that one out. But also, I would recommend getting their valve springs on the side too. It's like 1400. It's worth it. This will allow you to rev, higher, and you won't have valve floating and whatnot. Yeah, and also for those guys who are DE owners, you also might want to get like a rev up, rev up oil pump for the DE guys, because when you get a tune, you want to you'll need this, because the stock ones for the DEs cannot handle when they increase your rev limit. So if you're just on a budget and you want to increase your rev limit, the rev ups are the best one. They were made more stronger and whatnot. So this is a good one right here. This is companies the only thing that gets your car tuned, unless you have like a standalone ECU AEM or Haltech or whatever. But UpRev is what tuned the VQ motors. You can go get it flash tune, like what is it? Email tune. You can also do over the phone, email tune or over phone, all that. Or you can actually go to a tuner yourself and get it tuned, like Dyno Tune. There's multiple. If you live in California, there's Saul McKnight's. If you live in Georgia, there's Z1. There's a John Parham from C1 Motorsports. Houston, there's Admin Tuning. I heard of Church Auto in Florida. So there's multiple places. These guys, they all tune. These are just great tuners that I know of. There's way more. RZG Motorsports, they're great tuners. So that will really, just getting a tune, a flash tune on your ECU will bring the best out of everything on your car. It will bring the maximum power out of everything that you have: cams, intake manifold, just everything, exhaust. Pretty much. Now, trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. So GTR injectors, I forgot about this. GTR injectors are another thing. If you're trying to get E85, now E85 on the VQ motors don't really make any power like that. You only gain, the maximum you gain is 10 horsepower. But if you're just trying to squeeze out as much power as you can on the VQ motor, you can see people getting E85, GTR injectors. I recommend don't get them off eBay, because eBay, I know they're cheaper on eBay, but try to get authentic, real GTR injectors. Unless you see like the price like this is $250, that goes to show it's most likely the real one. The fake ones are like cheaper than that, like $60 or something like that, or $80. But the real try to find a real OEM GTR injectors. They're 550cc injectors, and then you'll need like a fuel. You'll just need this for E85. It's really cheap. It's not that hard to install. So once you get the GTR injectors, try to get this as well. Fuel pump and fuel injectors, and bam, that you can run E85, but you'll need a tune. Okay, before I go, this is probably the last one I'll do. This is for you guys who's really pursuing getting the power. This is the Drivetrain. Now the Drivetrain doesn't increase horsepower, but it makes you get more power in your power band. So acceleration and torque and all that applies. So a lot of people will say get the 4.08 final drive. This is for guys that really want that low end power. This is what I would recommend, the 4.08 final drive. If you like, the only con is top end power, like going after you hit 120, like you'll feel a big loss in power. So I say there's either get the 4.08. If the 4.08 isn't available, you can get the 3.9. 3.9 is for you automatics. If you're an automatic driver, 3.9 is the better one over the 4.08, because when you're driving at 80 miles an hour and you're on the manual ones, it'll be like maybe at 31 or 32,000 RPMs. But on the automatic, she'll probably be the same. Where on the automatic, she'll be where these guys should be, but on here, it'll be a little lower. But if you guys plan on boost and you don't want to change it, I would recommend getting the 3.69, because it's like the perfect balance between top end and mid range, top end and low end mid range. Sorry. So the 3.69 is the better one. You'll get better acceleration than you do now, and you'll still get that top end. You'll feel a little lost in top end than you do now, but it'll help. It'll be way much better. So really, honestly, for the manual guys, we recommend 3.69 and the 4.08. Now, if you're using it for drifting only and nothing else, then the 4.36 is a better option. But other than that, that's it. You have like 6 gears and all that power is just gone. So I hope I kind of made myself clear. If not, just comment down below, and I do respond to people with questions and whatnot. And also for you DE guys, make sure DE and rev up guys, make sure you always top up your oil. Make sure you check your oil every week. But if you drive hard every day, check every few days. Check your oil, because the DE is oil drains and it eats oil. So make sure you always stay on oil. And even when you're getting tuned, make sure you have oil. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new. I got a lot of content coming soon. And see you guys in the next video. Peace.